Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. We're live. There is more Motivational Monday. Excited to join you today. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody has made it through this weather. You know, when they told me I was moving down south, I thought I was moving into southern weather, but that's not true. Hey, how are you? Hi, Aunt Phyllis. Hi, Reverend Kelly. How are you? Hey, George. How are you doing? Hey, Linda. Hi. How are you? I'm excited that you're joining me. Hey, Michael Washington. Thank you for coming into the land of the living. Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lady Robinson. Hi from Savannah. How are you? Hi, Dr. Clack. Hi, Tara. Oh, my God. How are you? The weather, Kelly, is the same weather as you are. We have been snowed in since Wednesday. I might as well come back to Jersey, right? Hey, Lady Robinson, how are you? Hey, right. Yes, Kelly, it is snowing. We have been snowed in. Hey, Crystalline, how are you? We have been snowed in. I don't know how you guys have made out, but it's been pretty bad out here. It's been pretty bad. Hi, good morning. Good morning. I think it's Leah. Hey, Crystalline. Hey, Too Blessed. You're at work now. Okay. Oh, I thought the state had closed in New Jersey. Okay, they said y'all are still coming in, right, Reverend Kelly? Welcome to Motivational Monday. Hi, Dr. Sam. How are you? Right, I hear you, Kelly. They said no rest for the weary. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Today, I want to talk to you all about step 4. It's called Harness Your Potential. Hi, how are you? Hey, Shandy, how are you? Thank you so much. I want to talk to you today about step 4, Harness Your Potential. It's out of my book, There Is More, 8 Steps to Embracing the Greater You. And I'm just so proud of how well this book has been doing. It's on Amazon.com. And people have been emailing me and telling me how they've gotten their girlfriend support group going and book clubs. A couple of book clubs are actually doing it. And I have a church that's getting ready to do an entire women's retreat on thank you for complimenting me on my hair. You made me lose focus on that. Thank you. And they're getting ready to do a women's retreat on There Is More. And honestly, I have to tell you that there's no way I could take the credit for it. God honestly dropped that book, that title in my spirit, and it came out of my own journey after I moved from being in a place over 20, 30 years and having been identified with preaching and teaching, and then moving into a city where I didn't know anybody, nobody knew me, and I was depressed and I was sad, and I thought it was supposed to be the best season of my life, and I felt like God was taking me backwards. And that's when God said, but you have to know that there's more to you than what everybody has told you about you, what you thought about you. And so I just know that this book resounds across the country, across the region, with women everywhere and men. There have been men that have been buying this book. And so in my book, I break it down by steps, and each step spells out the path. Getting tongue-tied. It spells out the path. And today we're going to talk about step 4, harness your potential. Harness your potential. And one of the laws that I want to pull out today, there are 3 laws that I talk about. It's the law of location, law of relationship or attraction, and the law of process. And today I really want to talk to you about the law of location. This is such a big thing for me because I oftentimes wonder when God is moving me and taking me to different places, you know, that what is it a sign of? What is it that you're trying to do in me? And believe me, though, I did not get that revelation. The way I'm talking right now, I didn't get that revelation overnight. God has had to show me that every place that I go, every place that I step, there's purpose in it. So the first thing that I want to tell you about harnessing your potential, I have met so many people who were gifted, intelligent, degreed, had all kinds of opportunities, but because they didn't know how to harness their potential, or as I'm going to talk about today, they didn't know how to grow in the dark. It didn't matter how powerful they were. It didn't matter how much glory they carried. They failed in a place they were supposed to be successful in. So the first thing that I want to tell you in harnessing your potential, number 1, the law of location says this. Law of location says where you are. Listen to this. where you are must accommodate or have the capacity to sustain who you are. I'm going to say it again. Where you are must have the capacity. It must be able to accommodate who you are. Where you are must accommodate who you are. You know, I want you to look at where you are right now in life, whether it be in your business, your profession, whether it be in ministry, whether it be in, some of the things that you believe God has called you to. The first thing you have to do to gain more is take an assessment of where you are and in your environment, and begin to ask yourself this question: does where I am, or is where I am, does it have the capacity to sustain who I am? Will it have the capacity to feed and grow me? Does it have the support system that I need to help me get to the next level? Does where I am have the tools and the resources and the support and the nutrients that I need to grow and to develop into who God really wants me to become? Does this environment have the capacity to sustain who God has called me to be? You may love where you are. People may love who you are. You may be doing a great work. You may be doing a good job, but there's something bigger on the inside of you. So the question you have to ask: will this environment support me and where I'm going? Will the people in my environment support me? The law of location says where I am has to accommodate where I'm getting ready to go. Is this environment fertile enough? Big question. Will it help me to grow and to expand? If you're in a place and you can do this job with your eyes closed, popping gum, and do your boss's job too, you have outgrown that season in your life. Yes, you may have become an expert in where you are, but God doesn't just give you one gift. He gives you multiple gifts, and he wants us to explore all of those things and all of the places within our life. So that's number one. You have to find out, look at your environment and say, is this place supportive? Will this place support me in where it is that I'm trying to go? Some of you got big ideas, big dreams, big ministry assignments, but you're in a small place. You're in a place where they may not believe in what it is that you're trying to do. You're in a place that may not see the vision that you have for growth and for acceleration, for the business or for the ministry assignment that God has given to you. So you have to ask, does this place support me? Number two, the second thing that you have to understand within this step is you cannot go to the next level until you outgrow the season that you're in. So first, I just said some of y'all have outgrown the season and you've been in this place for 20, 30, 40 years. And honestly, it no longer provides you stimulation. Your passion is no longer stimulated. It does not challenge you at all. It doesn't challenge your intellect. It doesn't challenge your heart. It does not challenge you to grow in new skills. I'm telling you, you've outgrown that season. But now some of you were like me. I have to tell you this, I am a runner, and I was one of those type of people where if I got into a place and it wasn't working out, see ya, I'm out of there. Talk back to me, y'all. I'm out of there. I would quit. I would shut down. And if I couldn't quit, I would shut down. I would act like a total robot. I'm going to just go to work. They better not talk to me. Nobody better call my name about nothing. Come on, talk back to me. How many of y'all out there like that, right? And so I remember being in this one particular season of my life. I was in this job. I hated this job. I was depressed every single day. Every day I went to work, I went in my office. I cried. God, when are you going to get me out of here? I put in resumes. I called everybody I knew. Please get me out of here. I was looking. I was searching. 1 year passed, 2 year passed, 3 year passed. I felt like the job was not challenging me. I felt like I was bigger than this job. I felt like I had better skill sets. I wanted to do more. And finally, I heard God tell me, after a year of being depressed, because I threw a total temper tantrum. Come on, be real with me. I threw a total temper tantrum. And you know what I said? I said, eventually God's going to have to come rescue me. He's going to see how depressed I am. I'm going to tell people I'm suicidal. I had all the drama going with it. Yes, I did. I said, God's going to rescue me. And finally, God said to me, you will not go to your next level until you outgrow this season that you're in right now. See, I'm talking to some people where it feels like a test keeps coming back to you over and over and over again. The same test. It feels like the things that you feel like you should have been over, you've been past, you should have gotten the promotion already, you should have already gone to the next level. And you're saying, why am I still here? Why am I back in this same place? And I remember God showing me that there are tools and resources and things that I need you to grow in right here, because you don't know where I'm getting ready to take you. You don't know what's getting ready to occur. And so God says, I'm going to take you back around the same mountain. You're going to see that same test. You're going to deal with them same crazy people on your job and in your ministry, deal with same crazy people in your family. He says, until the principles that you have learned on the inside start to manifest themselves on the outside. I'm going to say that again. God will give you the same test. He will not graduate you to the next level until you show God that the principles that I know, principles of faith, principles of promise, principles of self-esteem and integrity, all of those things, principles of learning how to love other people when I don't want to. He says, I'm going to take you around the same mountain. You're going to see the same test until the principles that you have learned on the inside, I can see you demonstrate them on the outside. The best way that I can explain this second step is it's like the journey of a seed. One of the things that I know is we will dismiss our present assignment because it does not look like this assignment has the ability to take us to where we want to go. We will dismiss our present assignment. We'll say, this can't be God. I'm going through too much. People don't like me. They're not accepting of me. We will often dismiss that assignment. And so I have talked to more gifted people, more people who had potential to just go to the next level, but they could not get past their present assignment. But God wants you to know today, and I say this in my book, destiny-oriented people can find the launching pad to their future within the difficulty of their present assignment. Whew, I'm going to say that again. Destiny-oriented people can find the launching pad to their future within the difficulty of their present assignment. And so I said this, it reminds me of the journey of a seed. When you think about a seed, you know that the seed is going to be bigger than what it looks. But in order for that to happen, the seed has to be dropped in a hole in the ground. The paradox for the seed is it is planted in a place that appears oppositional to its growth. The seed, let's just say a tree, the seed is planted in a place that looks like it's never going to survive in. It looks like it's in a place that is going to be suffocated by its environment. So whether you have figured this out or not, you are the seed planted by God in the earth realm. You are a seed that has been planted by God in the earth realm. The dirt represents the season that you are in. Why would you say that, Reverend Nikki? Because the dirt is any place that you have to grow through. It's any place that you have to grow through and you can't see on the other side. The dirt is the season in your life where you're being agitated. You're being frustrated. It feels like you're being suffocated. It feels like what's in you is never going to survive. It's never going to grow. It's never going to get to the next level. And that's the problem for the seed. The problem for the seed is, watch this. The problem for the seed is that the seed is in a place that does not represent its destiny. The seed knows that I am in a place and in an environment and in an element that cannot confirm the glory that I carry. I am around people that don't know there's something big on the inside of me. And you know what's so frustrating about the seed? The seed, no matter what it does, the seed will never change its element. Woo, I'm going to say that again. The seed will never be able to change its environment. The seed can't change the dirt. The seed will never be able to change the dirt. But what God is saying is while you can't change your environment, I want you to change while you're in the environment. Oh my goodness. I want to say that again. The seed can never change its element. It'll never be able to change its element. So watch this. I got to take a detour. Stop trying to change where you are to match up with what's in you. Listen, you're not going to be able to change that boss. You're not going to be able to change the people that are around you. You definitely ain't going to change them crazy family members that you've been praying for and you've been trying to carry on your back, and they call you every single time you turn around. You can't change them. Stop trying to change your environment and your ministry. You may be in a church right now where you just feel like, I just feel like this isn't where I'm supposed to be. But you'll do like I do. I tried to change my ministry assignment to match up with the promise I thought God was taking me to. God said, this isn't your promise. This is your process. Stop trying to change where you are and make it line up with what's in you. That's not the season that you're in. What God is saying to you today is that you may not be able to change where you are, but I am expecting you to change in where you are. You can't change where you are. You cannot change where you are right now. And I'm only talking to those people that are here on this Periscope. You have done, this is how you know you're in a God-ordained season. You have done everything you know to get out of it. Come on, talk back to me. You have put out the resumes. You have given out your business card. You have been to every single networking party and event, everything you can think of. You're like Joseph. You're asking people, please remember me. Please give people my name. And it doesn't matter how many times you try to get out. God said, this is the place where I want you to stay. This is the place where I want you to stay. And here's the thing. So while you are here, while you are in this season, God is saying this. He's saying, I need you to grow through where you are. Come on, tell yourself, we got to grow through this. We have to grow through this. And how you grow through this is through your perception. Why? Because guess what? I'm going to say this. Planting of the seed and burial feels the same. Whew, I'm going to say that again. See, here's where our problem is. Planting and burial feel the same and are the same process. You dig up the dirt, you drop something in. But guess what? The only difference between planting and burial, is the perception of the seed going in. If you feel like this is a season where God's getting ready to kill you, then guess what? You will die in an environment that you were supposed to grow through. I'm going to say that again. If in your mind you feel like you're being buried, you feel like God has forgotten about you, you feel like I'm never going to get out of this situation, I'm always going to be broke, I feel like my marriage is always going to be a mess, I feel like I'm never going to be loved and supported. If you see that as a place where God is burying you instead of planting you, you will die. Your seed potential will die in a place that you were supposed to grow through. And so this is what God does. God takes this seed. I'm telling you, I'm really talking about my life. Y'all just happen to be in the room. God takes this seed. He drops it in a hole. The seed called your life. He drops it in a season and in a place that you don't want to be in. And this is what God says. He says, not only do I expect you to survive. He looks in the hole. He drops it in. He says, not only do I expect you to survive, Nikki, but I expect you to come out. Oh my goodness. He says, because I know what's in you, because I know although you're small and you feel insignificant and you feel like it's getting ready to suffocate you, I believe in your seed potential. So because of that, I'm going to drop you in this dark hole. I'm going to drop you in a place, in a time you don't want to be in. It's going to look like everything around you is dirty. It feels like it's beneath you. But this is what I love. God loves doing big things in dirty places. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say that again. God does big things in dirty places. That's not for all those that like to be theologically sound. But I'm talking to the real people right now on Periscope that feel like I'm in a dirt-filled season right now. God does big things in dirty places. So he says, I'm going to drop you in this place. And because I believe in your seed potential, not only do I expect you to survive it, I expect you to come out of it. And guess what? When you come out of this, I expect you to look bigger than when I put you in. Come on, that's the journey of a seed. The seed will never come out looking exactly the same. He is saying to you, I'm going to drop you in this place, and I believe in your power. I believe in the anointing I put in your life. I believe in the gifts and the talents in you. And when I see you again, I have so much confidence in you. This is what God's saying. I'm not even going to come back till next year. This is the reason why when you've been praying, he ain't saying nothing to you. You complaining, I got to get out of here. He says, no, you're not ready yet. I need to see you look bigger than the seed that when I put you in the ground. And so that's the thing you have to understand. God says, I expect you to come out of it. I expect you to come out. I expect you to come out, and I expect you to be bigger. I expect you to be more. I expect the glory to come out of your life like never before. And so that leads me to the third point. God wants you to know today, it is never about the test. I'm telling you, I didn't get this for a good 6-7 years. I kept asking God, why am I going through this? Why? I kept responding based on the test. He's saying it's not about the test. It's how you respond to the test. He says, I can give you any test. I want to know how you're going to respond. Are you going to respond in faith? Are you going to grow through the dark? Are you going to love people even when they've been unlovable to you? Do you still have a praise and worship for me when I don't answer you? How are you going to respond? This is your time and your season to take a look at where you are and say, I can grow through this. I'm not here because God is punishing me. This is so big. I really want to talk to somebody today. You are not where you are because God is trying to punish you. God is not mad at you. God is not saying, oh, it's because of this, or the third. He is saying there are principles in you that you must water, that you must nurture, that have to begin to develop, because you have no idea where I'm getting ready to take you. Where I'm getting ready to take you is going to need you to be processed in this place. This is what I want you to know. And I'm getting ready to close. Here's the glory, and here is the victory. The seed has already become more before you even get to see it. And I'm going to talk in real terms. The shift will always occur in the dark. See, people watch your life. You're that seed planted in the dirt. People are watching your life, and they're wondering when you're getting ready to come out. They have already discounted you. They think, oh, she's never coming out. He's never going to be more. You've made some mistakes in your life. You know, what they're looking at on your life is the process, and the process looks like the enemies have won. The process in your life looks like you're never going to come out of this and come out more. But what I love about the seed, the journey of the seed, is that the seed has already become more before any of us have already seen it. What do I mean? The seed has already grown into a plant before it reaches the surface. It doesn't reach the surface and then turn into a plant. In the dirt, under the ground, in obscurity, when nobody is looking. Those are the nights when you're praising and you're worshiping God all by yourself in the midnight hours. That's where you're growing through the dark. It's in those times and in those seasons in your life where you're reading your word and you're taking notes and you're beginning to study. That's where you're growing in the dark. It's when you start to change and you start to love your enemies. It's when you can start loving on people. It's when you start taking risks and when you start walking out in courage. Nobody knows privately that I'm changing, that I'm growing, that my seed potential is starting to bust out of its shell. Nobody knows that, but God knows it. He sees it. He's been watching over the ground. He's watching over your development. He's saying, I am not going to let you die in the dirt. You will not die in the dirt. Oh, somebody needs to tweet that. Not only that, don't you die in this delay. There's a season and a time where nobody's paying you any attention. Nobody's calling your name. Nobody wants you to come and preach or talk or whatever it is. You got a business. Nobody's calling you. But this is the season. God is giving you a moment of silence to grow. Because he's saying, when I bring you into the light, when I put you on the spotlight, when I put you in front of everybody, when I finally bring your business, your ministry, your profession to Pharaoh, and I have you stand before Pharaoh, I want him to see a fully developed seed. I want him to see something that's been tried, that's true, that has integrity, that says it don't matter whether you put me in the ground, it don't matter if you put me in the back, I will still give God all the glory. And if I don't say anything else out of this periscope, it is that at the end of the day, the best response God wants from us is to give him the glory wherever I am. That God, my circumstances do not dictate the level of my praise. That my circumstances do not determine how much I'll chase you and worship you and give you my all. And that's the response God says you're looking for. He's saying, now you're ready to come out. Now you're ready to come out. And I want to tell you that God took me back around my mountain at least 10 times. And finally, when I said, it ain't about nobody else but me and you, God. God, it's not about what people think of me. It's not about how I feel people are treating me. It's not about the fact that I feel like they don't never give me a chance. They don't never understand my ideas. God says it's not about that. I want to know, can you worship me? Can you give me your all? Can you be faithful in where you are, knowing this is not where I'm going to end up? That's all I have for you today, folks. I want you to know it's your season and time to grow in the dark. Grow in the dark. Please share this periscope with other people. I'm telling you, if you can get this one step, it's going to shift you right into abundance. I'm telling you, it's going to cause you to become more, because then after that, it won't matter where you put me. I'll grow anywhere. I will allow God to get the glory, whether I'm in the spotlight or whether I am behind the scenes. It won't matter. My true potential will still be able to come out of me. This is the law that's going to shift you into more. Thank you so much. I want to tell you, I'm coming to New Jersey, March 5th for the I Am More Masterclass. We're going to be talking more about this. We're going to be talking about how to find your success zones. We're going to be talking about all the laws, law of location, law of environment, law of relationship. We're going to really be breaking that down. I have some powerful life coaches that are going to be with me. Dr. Angela Clack, she's a psychologist. Sandy German, she helps us position our brand identity. We also have CEO, Dr. Kim Harris of Elevated Achievement Group. She is, I'm telling you, if y'all don't come for nobody else, y'all need to come for her. This girl just texted me today and told me, when I get done this $50 million deal, I'll give you a call back. That's what I'm talking about. Hashtag boss. I need boss women, more boss women like that in my life. I want you to know, I want you to join. I want you to go and register. Go to www.nikkibrown.org. Go to my events page. Sign up for I Am More. I'm almost positive this event's going to sell out. We want it to be all day intensive. It's going to be a networking and power lunch. We're going to talk about how to position your brand. We're going to talk about how to turn your ideas into income, how to make your business more profitable. We're going to talk about how to find your success zones. We're going to talk about how to grow your greatness in any environment. There's going to be a power lunch there. It's going to be phenomenal. And here's what else you're going to be able to have. When you come to the I Am More Masterclass, I am giving everybody who registers for that class a huge discount for Ignite 2016. Ignite 2016 is going to be off the chain. I'm telling you, I'm already starting to invite some people, some phenomenal speakers, and I want you to be praying with us, because we are looking to really make a global impact and change with women all over the world. We want them to know there really is more. There really is more in you. And we want women from all over the region, all over the city, all over the country to begin to flock to Ignite. It's going to be November the 4th and the 5th, 2016 at the Philadelphia Marriott West. Oops, I just told some of y'all where it's going to be at. But you guys deserve it, because you endured with me for a whole half an hour. And so I want you to know it's going to be powerful. We're going to have phenomenal speakers for 2 days. We're going to have a worship service. We're going to have an all white out explosion. It's going to be powerful. I want you to come. I will be releasing details formally the second week in March. That's when we start our true registration. So if you are interested in coming, look out for the details. If you really, really want a deep discount, come to the I Am More Masterclass, because those people are going to be the very first people to be able to register for Ignite. And we are going to have, again, limited spacing, but it's going to be a phenomenal time. Thank you so much. And guess what? When you go check out my website today, I want you to tell me how you think, what you think about it. My husband did that website. He is phenomenal. If you need a website done, go to him. It's called GideonPress.com. He does phenomenal work. Very humble. This isn't even his real day job. Okay, so I want you to look at that website and realize somebody did that and it ain't their day job. It's his hobby. So I want you to go. Thank you so much for joining me. Please join me next Monday. We're going to be talking about the law of attraction, how to shift and renegotiate your relationships so they can help you move into more. Thank you guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon.